Yes, greetings and welcome to Success Loops and the next episode of Instrumental Inspiration. This is where we take wisdom of mentors and we apply it to the cyclical nature of life, and we amplify it through the magical medium of music by using this little looping pedal right here. Today we're going to be looking at Dean Graziosi. Dean Graziosi, I'll explain who he is now after we roll the clip, and what he refers to as the success loop. Dean, Success Loops looks at Dean Graziosi's success loop. Roll the clip, we'll be right back.
The Big Cigar.
Okay, so Dean Graziosi, let's have a look. Let's do a quick profile on this guy, right? Okay, he's a philanthropist. He's a best-selling author of a couple of books. He is a real estate multi-millionaire, billionaire, a very sharp coach and mentor, and he's going to be going into business with Tony Robbins soon. We need to say no more. The guy's the real deal. I would highly recommend you follow him and take the training, specifically the one we're going to look at today. Cool. So let's start off with what is Dean Graziosi's success loop, and let's in his training there's about like 11 stages. We're going to simplify it. I don't want to give away all of his tricks, but I will give you a rough outline, and hopefully that'll give you a chance to a quick taste, and then you'll follow up and follow him. All right, so let's look basically what is the success loop. So basically the first step in the success loop is Dean refers to it as a kind of a harsh realization. It's kind of where life can sometimes turn around and give you a good kick in the ass, and it causes you to rethink things, you know. And however, the first step that he says in this harsh realization is what he calls stacking, and what I find amusing is you call piling poop, because the first thing that we do is we have a bit of a pity party and we pile on, we just push blame and instead of basically seeking out what is this telling me about me, and how can I be proactive about this instead of being reactive and causing blame. So let's put down Dean's first, we're going to symbolize Dean's first success loop mark with the sound loop. Let's do it. Let's move on to the next point. Okay, the next point in the success loop itself is when Dean says it's when you can actually move past that stacking stage. Okay, and then it's more of a self-reflection. You then kind of you kind of observe now, what is it that I don't want to be, and you also refer to what is it that I do want to be, and then cause yourself to bring yourself to the present. So where the hell am I actually right now at this point in time? So let's put down the next, let's represent that as the next stage. Right, we have sound. So we have our first loop, which is basically the harsh realization and the stacking, to the next stage. You move beyond that. More self-reflection. So now we have that. So we've got those two stages down. The next stage then is more of a projecting stage. Now it's kind of it is focusing more on your desired outcome. Where is it that you want to be? And actually, what Dean Graziosi talks about is setting your GPS. Because if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So basically that is the next stage. Set that GPS and plan your route. So that is the next step. Let's put that down as a loop. Yeah. to the very next one. This next step is basically now, this is where Dean talks about actually lifting your capabilities. So it is now about seeking out the resources. You've kind of got your plan, but now how can you optimize it? So it's basically learning, getting the skills, getting the best resources, getting the best skills, and really optimizing, so that when optimizing that plan for the next step, so that you've got the best resources, you've got the best know-how, you've got the best capabilities, so that you can optimize the step after that. All right, so let's put down this step. Check 1, 2. The last stage, you can tell now by the next caption, is that he's definitely going to be working with Anthony Robbins, because he actually uses take massive action, and I've heard Anthony Robbins use the term take massive action. And this is basically now where you've really, how he says, you've got to actually step on the gas as hard as you can, because you're going to require the inertia and the momentum to break you out of your current loop and spit you out into the next one. The next higher loop, the next set of opportunities, the next to transcend it, the next expansion. So there, in the face of all fears, in the face of all resistance, you've got to take this massive action. And if you follow these steps through, you're guaranteed to expand the current loop that you are existing on, and expand it, and to get to another level. So basically, let's summing up. Is you're looking at basically to be aware and to realize that harsh realization when it comes around, when you start piling poop, as he called it. Be aware of that, refocus that, let that be your trigger to say, right, where is it that I actually really want to be? Start setting the plans, set your GPS, as Dean says. And then once you've got that kind of plan, look at how you can optimize that plan by seeking out the best resources, learning the most effective ways and means and habits of carrying this out, and then putting that pedal right down to the metal, and giving it absolute horns in the face of all the fears or any resistance, and to then spit you out into the next rung of the ladder, the next loop. And I reckon that's pretty cool. So we've summed up. If you've enjoyed this video and you like it, then please just hit that thumbs up. If you would like to see more of these, then hit that subscribe button, particularly the bell that goes with it, so you'll be alerted to the next one. We've got plenty more of these to come. And leave me a comment. I will respond. You can test me, try me, leave a comment, see if I get a response, see if I'm full of BS or not. I'd love to hear from you. Make some suggestions. I'm keen to hear from you. Let's take this loop home. All right. We'll see you at the next. The next episode.
You must be down, Dallas, Texas town. We're out home now. The Grange, you know what I'm talking about. You let me know you wanna go. Now that home out on the Grange, got a lot of nice things out there. how. No matter how.
The Big Cigar.